Gino. Was I dreaming that?
You must have. Yeah, we didn't have him on. We should look though. We could probably get him on.
That'd be a cool.
Okay.
We'll hit some music here.
I formally request it's not a Tuesday.
I can't wait to hang with Caribou and get my head straight. I can't wait to hang with Caribou and get my head straight. I can't wait. Think it's the time to.
Holy friggin' dying here thinking I can just wail away while the song and the video are playing and all that. And all of a sudden you just get that big hoot and you're feeling like eyes are about to pop out of your head and all that stuff. There is good stuff first thing in the morning. How's everybody doing today? Sunday morning wake and bake. I think this is episode 164. I'm pretty sure that's the number I just entered into YouTube about 3 minutes ago. I can't remember that far back in the day. Hype, how you doing, man?
We just throwing up random numbers at this point. Like, we don't really actually care, right? We're not tracking it. It's just like tomorrow might be 250. Who knows?
It could. We'll start doing that. Just start putting like episode 5 million. We'll and we'll advertise for that one too.
Yeah. Episode 5 million, man. Y'all motherfuckers didn't know about us? What the hell?
Yeah, fuck.
Been here a long fucking time, man.
That's how bad we are. They just keep
You
banning
can choose
most
the
of our
episode
videos.
numbers, but they all divide by either 710 or 420.
Yeah. So, how's everybody doing today? How's everybody
doing, man? How are you doing? Oh, thanks, DP.
DP's happy.
Yeah, he is.
That's about how the week's been going. So I'm glad to be getting the week started right with you guys. You know what I mean? Good vibes, good people chat and everything. Love you all. Glad. I almost didn't want to wake up this morning. Been super tired, super busy and stuff like that. But I was, you know what? I'm getting up. Need to get up. And this is a good. I'm glad I did. You know what I mean? Get up with guys and start off on the right way. So hell yeah. Cheers. About to roll up a doobie of some Aurora that I grew a couple months ago. And let's get stoned. Got some nice dabs, some nice hash rosin. So hell yeah. Cheers, everybody.
Wow, that sounds like a hell of a time. I woke up about an hour ago, and you know those days where you're just like, you're laying in bed, you're wide the fuck awake, you ain't going back to sleep, but you're just so comfy that you're pretty sure you might be able to if you just lay there for another 3-4 hours or whatever. That was going to be me today, and then I'm laying there, kind of roll over to the other side to kind of get a little bit more comfy, and I realized, oh shit, there's a show in like less than an hour. I guess that means I gotta, because I can't just phone it into Profit. I got to be there at least to get the show going before I can pawn the duties off on Profit, right? I can't just be like, yo, Profit, I'm tired, not coming in today, bud. I need you to fucking take over for me. It doesn't quite work that way. I got to get my ass out of bed to at least get the show rolling. And then I can pawn it off on Profit. But fuck, it's Sunday morning. By then, I'm like, I'm up and at 'em, right? So I might as well hang out with y'all.
Well, I'm glad we can get you out of bed, for the Sunday to join us.
Well, it seems like good as excuse as any. It was like I said, I was already up, but it was just bed felt so good to just lay there. How you doing today, Prophet?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's good.
Had a long week. I was pretty wiped Friday, and then we had a pretty good show. Long though. I had to tap out. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, it's all good, man. It was a little bit longer show than normal, at least for me, anyways. I usually find these days I'm good after about 2 to 3 hours in there on a Friday night sometime, but that was damn near a 4-hour show. So it's good fun. Fluff wasn't there though. Fluff's too good to hang out with.
He's a slacker, man.
How you doing, Fluff?
In chat. I was in chat, guys. Come on.
Yeah,
now.
I see you already said hi to me, like right off rip, dude. Come on.
Yeah, man. I ain't gonna give you that fucking chance to get that one up on me. Come on, man.
Taking away all the fun, man.
You gotta wake up pretty early to get over on me on a Sunday. Come on.
I've been up for a few hours, man.
That's good. That's good. No, it's good to see you fucking smiling. You were looking all shitty on Friday. Fucking. I was swearing, man, one of the widows had you just fucking wrapped up, just under the table, just fucking holding your nuts, just not letting you say a word, man. Oh, I'm sorry, nut. Sorry.
Yeah. No, man. I was just tired. It was a long week. Demoing this old ass house.
That'd be like the video of that lioness biting the lion's nuts that was bouncing around our Discord for a while. That's like
man.
White Widow right there with Prophet's trying to play on the computer, sitting there. Ding, 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 ding.
That's exactly what I pictured in my head. Exactly.
You guys make me out to be a fucking puppet. I swear to God.
It's hilarious. Well, said hi to everybody except for the official sponsor, the Alleviating Autoflowers of Caribou Heart TV, Mr. Hypothetical Gardener. How the hell are you doing, brother?
Oh. Hey, how's it going, man? I'm doing well. Just been away busy doing projects, wishing that I could be on the show with y'all.
Hey, man, you make it when you can. And that's all that really matters. You're here when you're able to. And we're always glad to have you, man. It's great. Can't wait to hear a little bit more later on. Maybe we'll get you talking about some of your new goodies that you've been playing with. We noticed that you had that Black Friday sale there just a couple weeks ago. I don't think we've had you on the show since then. And I think we were kind of talking a little bit about it earlier in the pre-show about stuff like the Hash and God family. When I saw that sale flyer go up, I was like, oh, what the fuck is that? Because now I'm interested in that, right? You got a lot of build up behind the Hash and God grade. So maybe like F2s and other crosses and stuff like that. This is going to be some good shit.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to talk about it. I basically made some breeding stock. I'm distributing some of them in limited quantities, just here and there. I ran the Black Friday sale, that type of thing, and I'll probably do another couple drops after I do some more. But yeah, I'm super excited to talk about plans for the future, and I've got some things in the works right now. And Cannon Co is going to be having some babies, nice. So I'm excited to announce that one. I know that Cannon Co is pretty popular of those who have grown it, and it gets plenty of show on Cannabuzz and a little bit on Instagram. So I went ahead and I gave it some pollen, so I'm looking forward to those crosses.
That should be interesting. I think, can't remember if it was on Cannabuzz or our Discord, maybe even both. Just yesterday, Hurtin Albertan was posting up pictures of your Cannon Co. That shit's looking bomb. And let's give a shout out to him and Cece, Dope Soul 420 over on Cannabuzz for like their awesome photography that they're doing. Those guys are always killing it with some wicked fucking bud pictures.
I mean, don't give him too much.
Oh yeah, I super appreciate it over there making it look good. I don't know how to put it.
Hey man, that plant honestly makes it pretty easy to make it look good. I didn't do much to them, and they always grow fantastic for me, and a wonderful medicine too. So that's why I scream your name from the rafters, brother. You do good work. You make great medicine for me, so you keep it up.
Good to hear. I appreciate that, That's my goal, is to make medicine for the people. Take the feedback that I get. Obviously, I still, if it doesn't work for me, it doesn't go into the breeding program, period, regardless of how much shouting happens. But I listen to the folks that are testing, the folks that are growing, the folks that are trying everything, and I take feedback. That does influence my breeding nowadays. What are everybody's favorites? What are the things that are working for y'all? I set out to do this. First was to just make my own, and then it became to help others because I saw how much it was helping me. So I'm now taking the feedback. I still want to be able to help people, and help people better. So if I can combine 2 or 3 things that make your life better and that you already enjoy, I'm hoping that I can make something that's just even better. Now you don't have to grow 2 plants; you can get it all in one.
Hell yeah, man. That's one of my favorite parts, right? It's that 1-to-1 ratio. I mean, I've always been really, really, happy about that. It's a nice blending of the medicines that coming through there. I like to have that THC with that CBD. It's great. It's great to get through the day, to just fucking motor on and, get through it. So yeah, more of that stuff, and they don't even have to be 1-to-1, just adding any form of CBD to it just seems to be helpful to me. I mean, even if you were rocking like a 30% with like a 1% CBD, it's there, and it has a definite different effect. And I enjoy it. So.
No, I fully feel you on that one. That's why I started doing it. Was when I realized that I was blending CBD. Like, I was literally buying hemp, and then I learned to grow. So I found some good autoflower hemp. So I grew it, and I was blending it in anyway. So I just want blend the pollen, shit. And then now, like the Cannon Co. It has Hash and got pollen on it. Hash and got seemed to be what everybody loved for the 1-to-1 the most. There were a couple other ones that folks enjoyed for various others, and I heard good feedback on, but that was the one that I heard the most love for. So that's the one I'm choosing to use for putting some CBD into the Cannon Co. Just a little bit though, because it's it's a 1-to-1 going on to a full THC, so it's not going to be a 1-to-1 coming out of it. But I wasn't going for that either. Otherwise, I'd use the hemp strain. I just wanted to add a little bit of CBD to it. What I'm hoping to achieve with that is a little bit more body out of the Cannon Co. It was really good for my head during the day, but I wanted to hit it up for a little bit more body. So let's hope CBD does that.
Absolutely. That's where I'm looking to. I like those ones that hit you right in the limbs, the ones that go into your arms and legs and make you, just kind of loosey goosey. And yeah, I deal with a lot of pain. So, anything that I can find, that helps alleviate that is what I'm looking for. So I hope you hit that one on the head.
Oh yeah. Yeah, my goal is to have something that I can hit it, and by the time I go to take that second hit, I'm getting a massage.
And he had talking about it. Now I want to smoke it.
Real quick here, Hype. Go ahead and tell everybody how they can find you and where they can get a hold of your gear. Just real why we got you here, because we got someone asking already. So.
Alrighty. You can find me. It's a Hypothetical Gardener on either Cannabis or Instagram. You'll find a lot more activity on not Instagram. Sorry, on Cannabis. I'm on Discord in a few different places. So most of them don't come to mind right now in the public ones. Sorry about that. But I am on Discord. You can find me. It's still Hypothetical Gardener, spelled like it is on the screen. Wait, our Discord names come up on YouTube, right?
Yeah, you're good.
Anybody? No? All right, cool. I'll talk to myself. All right, cool. So yes, spelled like it is right there with the A. It's the old school spelling that's now defunct. So if you try to spell it with an O, you'll never find me. Otherwise, you can always hit my email if you can't get a hold of me, though you'll have to give me a couple days. I'm stoned a lot. I don't check it that often. But if you've got a few days to wait, you can always email me. But Cannabuzz direct message is the fastest way. I know that you have to add me as a buddy, and I have that notification on too. So, yeah, that's pretty much the ways to reach me. Or shout out to any of these guys, and they'll all yell at me to check my shit.
Just gonna say, anybody wants, they can go ahead and shout out to me. I'll get a hold of Hype. We'll get you taken care of. So.
Anybody looking for Hype's beans up in Canada, you can reach out to me. I've got a supply of his beans up here. We can hook you up too. Reach out to Hype, then reach out to me or whatever to work out whatever the pricing details or whatever that, and I'll throw them in the mail for you and get them on out there for you. And it'll take less than 6 months for me to do it. I promise.
You're getting so good at it, man. I'm so proud of you. You're almost like a big boy.
I'll get to wear my big boy undies soon enough. Mommy, wow.
I've got some more stuff coming up to Canada after the holidays.
Ooh, exciting. Can't wait to see what's gonna be in there. That's gonna be some good times. While we're talking about kind of one-to-one ish type ratio, lads, I got a really cool message from Ema fucking Haw a couple days ago. He had tried out my Spider Girl and saying it didn't give him that lifted feeling that you typically expect, but you get that, you sell it, or wasn't high but feels lifted. So I forget exactly the wording that he used, but basically my understanding of what he was saying is that instead of just getting that holy shit I'm baked fucked up kind of feeling that we typically get from smoking cannabis, there's something a little different in there. And I think that's because of the Charlotte's Web that I was using. Rick has smoked that Charlotte's Web. That was the mother plant that I used for all three of those actually, and kind of same thing where he says he's not high, but yet he is high. And that's kind of the proof of concept in my Spider Girl line to go forward with that, because I think that's what that is the CBD. I don't have the experience that you guys do with it, right? But it seems to be in there. And I'm just like, Ben, he's saying like the kind of like almost a buttery cherry flavor, sweet, really sugary. And in my experiences with the CBD strains, that is kind of what you're looking for, almost like that red licorice almost flavoring. So I'm really stoked for that. And thanks for shooting those messages my way, you my fucking you're a great dude. And just I look up to you as a grower. Every time you get posted up on social media, I'm like, oh shit, there's you my fucking Haw's newer stuff. And so for you to kind of grow my stuff and say, yeah, you got something here, that's cool as hell, man. It's I get what you must feel like, Hype, when you got everybody's like, Hype stuff is the bomb. It's cool as hell.
Hey, and on top of that, you're talking to a guy who makes a hell of a cross himself. I mean, I've got some of you motherfucking Haw Stranger Danger going right now, and that shit ain't no fucking joke, dude. I mean, that is a monster of a plant. It fucking stinks. It's growing beautiful. It's frosty as fuck. So, that dude just knows what's going on. So,
he just
like you said, it's pretty high praise.
Yeah, he just F2'd that. I'm gonna run the originals again because I only had one that was a female when I was running it. So I'm definitely gonna be running some of the other beans that I got from him. Super stoked on that. I'm kind of hoping I'm gonna run out of the new place, so I'm kind of hoping. I don't know, for a male, that'd be cool. Yeah, the high on that is the one that stuck to me. Besides the meat terps, like the terps on it ridiculous. It stunk. Like I sent some or Indica B was able to get some, and he was like, man, what's that one that smells like meat? That shit is just ridiculous. And that was a great high. I loved it. It just fucking knocks your head off, but at the same time, like, kept firm grip on his shoulders, so I want to go off anywhere, but just sitting there trying the whole time. Yeah, fucking great high.
I got this like lemon cleaner funk with like this weird
That's what I got.
like you said, like not quite meaty, but like greasy meat, like, you know, like a fucking fish fry grease or some shit. And it's wild.
This was like if you lived inside, I don't know, man, like a fried Slim Jim inside of a fucking
meat, man.
gas plant.
That sounds delightful.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah. I've been trying to with my wife. I'm trying to find a strain for her, right? Something she likes, and so we're doing the sniff test a lot. So I keep bringing up, you know, a jar here or there, right? Or I'll be talking about one of the ones that, you know, I have in the garden. Like I've just have an offensive golden goat that just smells like rotten and weird and fucking. It's just funky. Like I don't even know how to explain what the hell the smell is that comes off of it, but it's wild. And you know, and I just keep bringing stuff up to her, and she's like, you know. I have to explain, you know, I'm just trying to find that thing that you go, ooh, that smells so good. And she doesn't get it. She's like, you're talking about like gross meat and rotten flesh and, you know, all these weird things. And how do you say that smells good? I was like, I don't know, man. I smell it and I go, I want to fucking smoke that. So that's how. But it's kind of funny when you think about how that works, right?
I remember back near the beginning of the show about a year ago, we were talking about doing there's the terpene wheel that people look at that'll have all the flavors and stuff, and we're joking around about the real terpene wheel with like the smelly armpit smells and the baby shit terps and all the chemical cleaners and all that kind of stuff. I was thinking about that just yesterday actually, and I think I'm actually going to start putting that to work and see if we can get that on like a t-shirt or something like that. And that's what I'll do with the whole terpenes make my lungs horny saying that. I've been wanting to do something with that for fucking DP knows. He hasn't heard me shut up about that in about a year now. I think it's a funny kind of catchy, witty saying, but it's like, what do you do with that, right? Exactly.
I love watching how that's evolved. From the original concept to everything in between, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I love about this kind of stuff. Just watching it all kind of form together, and you know that can go so far too. You know what I mean? So I love that phrase. Absolutely. I'm in the process of cleaning up all my my scheduling for my artwork and stuff, so I can start the new year nice and fucking not chaotic and shit. It'd be nice. So. Hell yeah. Automation of Freedom has been super cool on being patient with me working on his stuff. I've been working on it the last couple of days. Super stoked to show him something here pretty shortly. Same with Jesus, Stay Neutral. I think I told him I'd do a logo for him like back when Jesus was walking around or something. But that was just one of those ones that you really had to kind of sit there and change it a million times. And so it's coming along really nice as well. That dude's a great guy. I love that guy. And hell yeah.
Sounds like you were working on his logo right around the time I was working on my last seed order, maybe 2 seed orders ago.
Maybe your first seed order.
Well, it has been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time with that guy. He's been awesome too. So, but you know, life happens for everybody, and you know, he's been ever more than grateful as well. So it's been able to be fluid as well. It's changed a lot, and hell yeah, I got a lot of other ones I'm working on. I'm trying to find out why the fuck Gary is mad at my aloe plant. Like, he just will not stop. So I'm gonna have to find a new spot for my plant.
Still fucking with your aloe plant?
Man. I think it's personal.
We need to get you like a fucking trail cam or a nanny cam or something, DP, so we can find out what the fuck's going on when you're gone.
I see it too. Like, I'll be doing something and I'll know when he's about to go do it. I'll look up, he'll be looking at me, and I'll just walk over there and start biting this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? But he started doing it when I wasn't at the house. So.
Mad at you. You fucking take care of those plants and not him. He's like, fuck, get your ass over here and fucking pet me, you ass.
Well, you should learn how to take care of the plants with me. That's probably what he's trying to do. He's like, look at me, I'm
taking care of the plant.
Because
he's defoliating for you.
Kind of like when you get your kid trying to help you fix something, but they're not actually helping at all in any way.
Oh yeah, you know, just all you want them to do is hold the fucking flashlight. I don't know why they got to drop it in your face every time, but
oh shit.
Yeah, Kids are great. It was just yesterday. So we had our kind of second big snowfall of the year yesterday, about 6 to 8 inches over the course of the day. Nothing crazy, but it's the biggest one of the year so far. But I wake up and I go to give the old lady a ride because I didn't realize it snowed so much overnight. And you just, when you walk out the door and all of a sudden there's 6 inches of snow on the ground. But got to go play out in the snow with my kid yesterday on all the great big snow banks that you get from when the machines plow the streets and all that stuff. So it was good times making stupid videos of my fucking. I was throwing snowballs for my dog, right? Because it's just like throwing fucking anything dog will fetch sort of thing. And he's so fat and out of shape that when he's trying to destroy these great big fucking snowballs that I would roll down the hill like this, he would have to take fucking micro breaks. He would sit there just trying to scratch them apart and biting at him and stuff like that, and then stop for a second and then get like right back into it. And then I was like, this is the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Dude, it looks like he was having such a good time. Are you kidding?
Yeah, he loves it. It's but it is that time of year, right, where it's like he's a Doberman. He's got the short hair. Dobermans are tropical people. They don't like it outside in the cold where the snow is. So it's he doesn't go outside unless he has to. A lot of the times, he'll be like first thing in the morning, be like, Danzig, you want to go outside for a pee? And he'll be like, doing the all excited dog dance thing, like he's gonna go outside for a pee. And as soon as you open the slide door to let him out, he sits his ass down like, I'm not going outside. It's fucking cold out there. You're like, well, no, you haven't peed yet, so you got to go at least this first time and wait a couple more hours.
Yeah, there's some dogs that like don't want to come inside, when it's real nice and cold and snowy outside, and they got those big ass fucking coats and shit, but they live in an area where, you know what I mean. I saw that the other day, a clip of that. It was the cutest thing ever. He just didn't want to come in. Nope, he's doing everything outside. He'd bring his dog bowl out there. Toys out there. He's hanging outside for a while.
I've known quite a few dogs like that, like Huskies or Nikitas and stuff like that, where they're just so thick furred that like they prefer it out there than in the house or anywhere else. I know
Blue Kid got some big old furry dogs.
Yeah. Like I know some people that have had like Huskies where it'll be say minus 30, right? So that's what we were just discussing that the other day, minus 20-ish Fahrenheit for our American friends. And the dog will be laying out in the yard and stuff like that, and it's happy, it's perfectly content, it's not cold. And then you get people like putting up on Facebook, oh, these assholes leaving their dog out in the cold and shit like that. It's like, nah, like the dog is happier than a pig in shit right now. You bring it in the house and it's gonna start panting and it's gonna be at the door again right away. It's just funny.
Yeah, some people just need to mind their own fucking business when it comes to shit.
I think the vast majority of people need to mind their own fucking business on pretty much everything. Yeah, I'm with you. Whatever happened to just leave people alone and let them get on with their lives? Oh, you're muted, DP. I'm sure you're dropping some serious wisdom, though. And he continues to drop wisdom in silence.
That's because he knows he shouldn't be actually saying this out loud because
he's not actually saying anything. He's just moving his lips, trying to act all smart and stuff like that. If I sit here with a joint and just go blah 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 blah,
you know what I'm talking about,
man. It's just the man censoring me, man. That's it. It's just the man.
It was the man censoring you.
Yeah, they wouldn't let me say, so they muted me, man.
Damn the man, save the empire.
Man,
you see, they won't let me tell the guys the truth. You see, man. Oh yeah. Cheers, everybody. It's cold. It's cold as fucking penguin toes. I'm not gonna lie though. I went out to get that coffee this morning. I was like, whoo.
My computer's telling me it's minus 16 in the area right now. So
I truly believe after a certain temperature, it's just fucking cold. Like that extra 10 degrees, 15 degrees of coldness doesn't matter because it's so fucking cold. Like it might matter on like shit.
Come experience that extra 10, 15 degrees. I'll bet you. I guarantee you it makes a difference.
I think there's definitely like a point when hot is just fucking hot. But I've never found the point where cold is just cold. It just constantly gets fucking colder and colder. I don't know, man.
Like negative 20 feels like negative 30 to me. I have so many fucking layers on. I'm not out there that long, hopefully. You know
Well,
what I mean?
DP,
That's
that's
because you need a fucking
because
cheeseburger in your life.
I'm sure
That's like the
fucking
difference between frostbite in 1 minute and frostbite
know,
in 30 seconds.
I don't know. I was working out minus 20 American weather just on Friday. It wasn't so bad.
fucking hey, man. I see you out there
I
doing this.
seize up in the cold, dude.
I just the thing is, you just got to keep moving though. That's the thing. Like a chainsaw, the saws we run, they weigh about 20 pounds, right? And you're swinging that around constantly all day, and you sweat and that's the getting in and out of the truck and getting moving. That part sucks because there's always that, holy fuck, it's cold as you're getting out of the truck and firing up your saws, fueling up and all stuff. But once you get that thing swinging, there's no excuse for being cold if you run chainsaw, because it's just your body, you're constantly pumping that blood, right? You're exercising all day long. So I'll be out there in a hoodie and 2 t-shirts and I'll be perfectly warm and even sweating. But as soon as the work stops, then I'm fucking looking to start bundling up and throwing those layers on again, because you fucking damn well need those.
Right, you know what they say, heat's in the tools, motherfucker. Get to work.
Yeah. When I used to work in a freight warehouse back in Prince George, to stop people from standing around like underneath the big heaters on the dock, loading bays and stuff like that, he'd shut them right off. Oh, you guys aren't standing around now. And then we actually had a bunch of Baxter, which is a kidney dialysis equipment, or like products that you run through patients. So a bunch of that froze up, which is bad. No, can't have that. Many thousands of dollars in damage. So after that, he wasn't allowed to shut the heat off on us anymore, because you can't have stuff like that freezing on the dock.
Yeah, you know, Carrie, like when we work out in the fucking cold like that, right? We avoid heat at all costs, right? We want to stay as cold as, you know, we can manage as long as possible, because the second you warm up that first time, you ain't never fucking getting warm again, man. It's just done. You're just cold constantly. So yeah, it's just better off to stay fucking cold throughout the whole day than it is just get warming, you know.
Yeah,
So
just
I
find that layer up to the point where that you can kind of keep around moving, and you're just kind of almost at that comfortable ish, because fucking gross fucking weather. It's okay, another 3-4 months and I'll only hate my job a little bit instead of a lot of it.
So I spent 1 year in a cold place and never. I grew up in Florida, and even up here, like, it doesn't even get to the negatives where I'm at now. Like, I'm still in the southern US, but it freezes and we get snow and all that other crap. And like, it'll hit tens and singles, and I'm like, this is crap. People aren't meant to live here. I grew up in Florida where 30 is like the low at night for the year. Not this where it's like, oh no, well, I'm gonna wake up and it's gonna be 30, but then I'm gonna go to bed, it's gonna be like negative. Or even just
it's I wish I could say I was lived in a little bit warmer temperatures like that. I remember the other day when I was posting up just a screenshot of what my phone says the weather is in my town, posting that up, and 40, who's down in Florida, he's just like sees that, he's like, is that even real, bro? Because the fucking guy wears flip-flops year round, right? He can get away with that shit. It's like, well, man, I'd like to see you come wear flip-flops right now. It'd be fun watching you high step it through a foot of snow.
I'm enjoying watching chat talk about the weather. This is very entertaining.
It's nice in Florida where a greenhouse in the.
I'll take it from Fat Dad Pennies.
Yeah, someone mentioned it the other day, and day by day, you really do look like you're one of the guys above the wall, Caribou. Like, the more that motherfucker just fills in, you are.
What'd I do?
Be a Game of Thrones fucking extra, brother.
Why? What happened?
You look like Wildling.
Oh, okay. I was fucking no idea what you were talking. That I'm bringing sexy back. That's what's going on there.
Yeah, man.
Your beard is turning into a mane.
Yeah. No, it's gonna be. Oh shit, we got Indica B coming in. Awesome. Yeah,
we should do that. Fucking Caribou, take that fucking hat off. Just puff your fucking hair as much as you can. Just get that shit standing up, right? Just be a fucking lion's mane. Yeah.
I tried
I would
yesterday
totally
asking
swipe that
the
up like
girlfriend
that.
if I was allowed to have a mullet, and she didn't tell me like if there's a mullet, you're not getting laid again. She didn't go that far, but she kind of was like, I would really rather you didn't, and then gave me the stern face. So I don't know. I think a mullet would be fun. What do you guys figure? Maybe you guys could blow up my old lady's Canada's DMs and say mullet for Caribou. That could be fun. And then she'll be like,
I'm down for the fucking Caribou mullet. Are you gonna bring the handlebar back too? Are you gonna do the mullet and the handlebar?
Maybe next year's Movember or something like that. I gotta have the beard for a little bit before I can shave it off again. But for like next year's Movember, it would be fucking epic. I'd be like, super penis duster, motherfuckers, top that shit. What's going on, B? Try and talk it now that you're coughing. We waited till you were mid hoot to start talking to you.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so hurry up. Let's something right now. Go.
Cheers, guys. Good morning, everybody. How we doing?
Oh, we're doing good. A lot better now that you're around, man.
Yeah, I was waiting for the computer to boot up, man, while I was sitting in chat. So fucking, how's everybody doing this morning?
Well, I woke up thinking there was no show today, and it was like, yeah, I'm just gonna be a lazy fucking prick and just lay in bed all day. And then I kind of had
I would have walked to Canada and snapped your neck in your sleep because I set an alarm.
DP's like, I missed last week's show late.
Everybody
better be on time this time.
Fucking tired and shit, and I wanted to sleep. Cheers, Andy. I love you, man.
Love you, brother.
That wouldn't be bad. Fucking Caribou could do the top knot. You know, the fucking do the long ponytail top knot where you shave everything, but just that one spot right back here. Grow that as long as you can.
I think Rod should do that. We can get Mr. 40 doing that. He's got the long hair. It's like, I think if we could get him to do like the helicopter headbang, that'd be awesome.
eBay
All we got
fucking
is
perfect for it.
Hack into his fucking video camera at his house, because I know like on Wednesdays or Thursdays that's his heavy metal night, and like he's just whipping that shit. You know it. With hair like that, you can't. It's in the rule book, I'm pretty sure.
Must have missed the conversation that he has like Wednesday metal night.
Rules and stuff.
Yeah, I want to know how he knows that.
Right? Yes. I
didn't realize time over there, man.
Wednesday metal night does sound fun though.
You know what? I bet that'd be a hell of a good time. Could you imagine fucking DP and 40 just sitting on a couch? I bet that'd be the most fucking wild conversation and weird random shit you've ever heard in your life.
Oh my god, dude, the rabbit holes we'd go down. Holy shit.
It'd be like Beavis and Butthead on cannabis.
And every hour you got to eat another like 1/4 gram of mushrooms. Yes. Sign me up.
Yeah, it's too hot down there in Florida. Fuck that.
Man, I am a pasty, pale-skinned guy. It would be rough. The acclimation period is rough, and that is a lot of sunscreen, and I don't like the smell of sunscreen.
You imagine DP after about 5 years in fucking Florida looking like a leathery old man, fucking out there tanning every day in a fucking banana hammock.
Look like
he would. You know he would.
Old Birkenstock left out around a hippie concert.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, I never took my dab. See, y'all are distracting me.
We got a dab frog.
Well, we could do dab frog. I was thinking about that a few minutes ago.
Cool. Oh, man, I'm stoned, fellas. Feels good. I worked 10 a.m. to 11 p.m. yesterday. That was a long day. The night before that, I was up literally the whole entire night dealing with a bunch of bullshit. So, to say the least, I am thrilled for it to be a new day.
Yeah, bro. Thanks, buds.
So I got no dabs going at the moment, but I am vaping on Orange Gasm right now. The number one pheno that we got, and I'm hoping that it'll probably not going to be our keeper pheno though. So far from not doing the smoke test, but looking at how everything's growing and smelling and terpene profile stuff, I think our number 2 pheno is going to be the keeper for a while.
How's the flavor profile on it? Like, is it super orangey out of your Dynavap?
Yeah, you can definitely
like
taste the orange, and like, because I'm one of those people that where, like, when I try it, if you tell me something, say like blueberry, most of the time I won't necessarily pick the blueberry out, but there's definitely some kind of fruity sweetness overtone there. And with this, you can definitely taste a bit of specifically orange, citrusy in there. And then when you move it around, particularly our number 2 pheno, it smells like sugary oranges. And then but it's almost more like when you first like move the plant, you get like that burst of like when you first tear into an orange peel, and you get that like that stinging zesty smell at first, and then it goes into the sweetness. It's almost like that. It's really cool. And I'm smelling, I'm like, I don't smell indica bees ball sack in here anywhere. But maybe it's there.
No, man. Yeah, that was funky because like that pheno that we had, it was like that all the way through, man, until late flower. And that, like you said, once
this funkiness is definitely your ball sack, Indy. This is some funky dab right here, and this is Indy's ball sack. Woo!
But yeah, man, it was more. I like the ones we had were orange, but more of a high citrus note, I'd say, on it. Like it had that fresh orange, but I got more of a citrus, like a citrus orangey kick to it. We got 2 phenos now. I'm curious to see when we put them in the flower, probably another couple more weeks, what we'll find, and hopefully we'll find a decent one, and I'm going to keep that one around too. So I got one that I know Ross and Jeff was talking about, one that's got like the crazy serrated leaves, like the real funky ones. I think I forget what he called it, like Mean Girl or something like that. Don't quote me on it, but
actually, Mean Girl does sound familiar.
I remember watching one of his old podcasts when he went over the strains and stuff like that, and I remember him talking about it. And to me, it looks like that, man. You could see the differences. It's fucking crazy. It's beautiful. So I'm curious to see what we get in from just watching growth, structure, leaf, all of that. To me, they look like 2 different phenos from the one we had outside. So we'll see. But
that's interesting because like my the 2 phenos I got right now, like from looking at them, they look pretty close together the way they stack up and everything. But the first one was grown organically, living soil. The second one's grown salt-based nutrients. And like I've said before, I fucked up the first batch a little bit, killed it with the LED lights. Got to learn just how much light you can throw at this stuff sometimes. But yeah, the smells are still not quite there. So I'm really interested in seeing it. I was thinking about, because like when I first started smelling that first one that was in bloom, it's like yeah, you got your citrusy stuff in there, but like from listening to your disgusting description, I'm like, that's the stuff that interests me. I want to go find that grossness. And I almost popped because Papa Z, shout out to him, awesome brother that he is. He's the one that put the orange gasms in my hand. I think he sent me up like a 5-pack or something.
nice.
And I popped 2 of them, and then I was going to go pheno hunting and just go see if I could find that pheno you were talking about. But I was like, you know what? No, that dude gave me these out of the goodness of his heart. So I spread those around. Like I think I sent one of those beans over to my buddy Myrtle Man, who's about an hour away from me. And then I think I sent 2 of those over to G-Bay so that he can get some orange gasm growing over on that side of the country. And hopefully there's something cool in there and he can get some of those clones kicking around, and maybe they'll be keepers. And then Papa Z be directly responsible for a couple strains that are sticking around in this area. I know Uncle Rick is he's all hot and horny to be doing a room full of lemon Jeffrey and orange gasm. And once again, that's 100% due to Papa Z. So shout out to you, brother. And also, while we're doing shout outs, I should have done this right off the very bat of the show. big someone's missing from the show here today, guys. Drizzit, he makes it pretty much every fucking Sunday. We get to see his awesome pictures behind him of what he's got going on in the garden that week. Mrs. Drizzit, she's down. She's not doing too well at the moment. So Drizzit's got more important stuff to do. We're thinking about you guys. We're sending in as much positive energy as we can your guys' way. We love you. Same with Bees. I haven't heard from you in a while, brother. We love you. Thinking about you, man.
And they were just saying, Johnny's mom, suffered a stroke, was flown to ICU and is getting taken care of. So, just thoughts and prayers for her right now.
Yeah. And then while we're talking about people that just abandoned the show on us like that, Opie, what the fuck is up with that guy? No, I just kidding. Opie, we love you, brother. I haven't seen you in a minute either. Just let you know we're thinking of you, man.
Hey, that made me LOL. I'm sitting over here laughing.
I did the same.
Opie's a bad motherfucker. He's big. Yeah, he's busy as fuck. But
I was
reach out to him. I need to make that's something I wanted to do, is try to reach out to people I haven't heard from in a while and just make sure they're doing all right. You know what I mean? Show some growers love. Yeah. Oh yeah, almost all my clones are rooting, which is fantastic. Even the one that I swear to God I thought they were dead, but I was like, whatever. I'm just gonna leave them in there. I got a room, just let them in there. Coming back. So really, really cool. I learned a lot. What just doesn't flat out work, and what seems to be working. So next part of the journey begins now. You know what I mean? This is part of the journey where you keep on going straight or take that exit. I'm gonna take that exit onto it and start playing, with better genetics and clonings and clone only strains and stuff like that, and being able to get them to the community that aren't able to. I'm not fond. I'm not hating against it. I'm just not fond of people kind of hoarding good strains, or quote unquote good cultivars and stuff like that. So hell yeah, man. Just
I can get behind that, DP. That's awesome, man. There's as you've heard me ramble on a million times before, living in this kind of backwoods area where I am, we don't get the popular stuff that we've been hearing about. Like, we don't get Mac 1. That's not in this area. Shit like that. Golden Goat, that's not in this area. GG4, The Cut. You can get feminized seeds in the area, but you know what I mean? There's shit like that would be awesome, man. It's just you more so than just about everyone I can think of seem to have that positive pay it forward attitude within this scene, and it's great to hear, man. Great to fucking hear.
I mean, that's how I was brought into it. First app I downloaded when I got phone was Cannabis. You know what I mean? I met somebody on their Aldi, and he sent me my first. He heard me talking about wanting to do it for a while, start growing and everything, and then finally he was just like, "Here you go, man!" And he sent me a Sour Stomper from Mephisto, Auto, and Dynagrow Newts, and the pH up and down. And he's like, "There you go, man. The rest is on you." You know what I mean? And ever since then, man, I just didn't look back. So it's through the community believing in you when you didn't even know you believed in yourself at that point. You know what I mean? And I just absolutely love it. Everything I've been gifted so much in this community. So it'd be terrible karma if I wasn't to give it back, or give back and stuff like that.
Yeah, I absolutely hear that.
And that doesn't mean I don't like the fact that people are able to make a living off of this community as well. You know what I mean? But like, there's just some people that are just kind of grimy and stuff. You know what I mean? It's not that I'm okay with a lot of, stuff like, I'm not going to use his name, but if a breeder doesn't want you using his genetics, don't use his genetics or whatever. You know what I mean? It's just it's code of conduct type shit, I don't know. I mean,
if a breeder doesn't want you using their genetics, fuck them. You can probably find better shit out there anyways.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not personally fuck with them, you know what I mean? But just yeah I don't know.
Because to me, like when I get a message from someone saying, "Hey man, I got one of your plants. It's it's looking good." That feels awesome right there. But I've had a few messages where people are saying, "Hey, I'm thinking about maybe touching this with something and doing something with it." Man, that's so fucking cool to me. Like I'm just like that dude. Like I don't even really know what to say to that. And so it's to me that's when Yima fucking Ha was shouting out my spider girl there, I told him, you know what, I consider that high praise. Thank you. Because I do respect him that much as a grower. And then, but the next, what would be even higher praise than someone saying they liked your stuff after they grew it out and smoked it would be someone to take that same plant and say, I like that so much, I'm going to breed with that to something else. Right. So like, yeah, if someone wants to be a prick like that and say, don't breed with my genetics, I just won't grow your fucking shit, man.
That's what I love about, we have basically, the power to do whatever we do in this, This plant is very versatile. It's very giving, you know what I mean? So in that aspect, I'm stoned as shit. That dab got me stoned. Fuck. Decent.
I just ripped my fucking paper.
Shout out to Chicago Blobs for that. He hooked it up with, I think it was Johnny Appletree's, some live rosin ghost Hulk, ghost talk or something. I don't know. That's just fire. Appreciate it.
I give a shout out to Trevor over at Canada's Finest. We've had him on the show a couple times before. As I've said before recently, I'm having one hell of a time locating reasonably priced dabs in my area right now. And he used to live just like half hour, 45 minutes away from here, but he's living over in Calgary now. But he's actually was able to hook me up with a pretty decent deal on some shatter. Especially compared to what I can find for here, but it was $150 for like 8 grams of shatter delivered to my doorstep, which will be here probably tomorrow or the next day, which makes me happy. Brad needs his dabs. I remember on like social media, like on Facebook or whatever, you go on there and you'll see a post that like someone, it wasn't you or anyone that that made the post, but someone commented on it, kind of thing, so you get to see it. And there's a while back I was on there, my girlfriend had commented on a post of like, what do you hear after sex, kind of thing, and then it's like it'll be like guys going to make a sandwich or going to the bathroom type stuff. My girlfriend comments, well, you hear the dab torch fired up, coughing, and then you hear snoring. And she's so true about that too.
I mean, it's like an after sex cigarette. I mean, it's just a wonderful thing. And after fucking sex dabs, so much better.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm kind of, I've mentioned before, and I was made a quick video of it yesterday, doing some transplanting. I got those wild ties on there, and I'm hoping that I got a male in there just for something to play with. But you think about this, using like a wild tie male, say, to pollinate, say, like a 8 to 10 week strain. I could take that from like an 8 to 10 week strain and turn that into like a good month or more on top of that. So this could be some interesting shit if depending on what goes on there. Because I'm at the point now where I'm willing to just about pollinate anything with pollen, just so I can have a breeding project on the go. But playing with stuff like Landry strains and those something like a wild tie, I think that would just be interesting as hell. Fluff, I know you like playing with playing the let's see what happens game too. So I've got a few of those beans going down your way.
Hell yeah, I love the fucking let's see what happens game. Again, that's awesome. That's my favorite game.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm down as shit to do that fucking wild tie too. That's fucking cool.
Yeah. So that's a shout out to brother Don Miller over on Cannabis there, sending those up this way. And it's just, yeah, because like I was talking to a buddy of mine where he's like, this buddy's done a bunch of traveling to where he's like, say, like places like Jamaica or another place where they actually have wild cannabis growing in areas. And he's telling me, like, dude, you'll grow that plant, get like maybe 2 joints off it. It'll be so scraggly and blah, 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 blah. I was like, you know what, man, you very well could absolutely be right. That's a part of the pheno hunting through shit when you don't know what either of the parents are. But there's also a chance that I could find something with some kind of really amazing flavor profile that I can't think of off the top of my head. And then you can cross that and then use into your future projects just for something to do. So I had a pretty good interest conversation about that with him.
Dude, hey, I just looked up and just thought of something. Have we done? Like, is everybody in live chat? Are we doing this? Right? Because we don't want people to have bad chatting experience. I feel like chat is going really well today, right? There's a lot of people talking, having a good time over there. Well, if you want to have your best time over there, hit the little fucking thing, right? It's a little pointy thing, points down. And then hit that and then click it over to live chat and come over and join us on live chat for the awesomest, bestest, most amazingest chatting experience of all time, ever, anywhere.
It'll be even better than Friday.
Even fucking better. Oh, and while you're out there, fucking be awesome. Just say. Ooh, somebody says they got some fucking land-raised Jamaican out there. Said that.
Ooh.
That's sweet. I wonder how long's that fucking, and Mr. King, how long's that shit take to flower, man? Some fucking true land-raised Jamaicans got to take like fucking, 100 days?
I've got like a 80-day pink tie. I got two seeds. Kind of interested in that.
You gonna run it?
Yeah, one of these days.
Okay, man. Put that shit in a corner in a little pot and let her fucking rock. It'll fucking stretch up to the ceiling, man.
Fuck you. I'm gonna do it somewhere where the environments will suit it just fine. I say that, I'll end up popping it like as I live in a cardboard box.
Under a fucking street light. That's your fucking 12 and 12 right there is your fucking street light.
That's gonna be my snap. I just literally try to grow everywhere with anything.
Peas under a fucking bridge on the highway. It's free CO2.
I got a watch battery, gathering all the watches so the night glow.
There you go.
I see we got Neighborhood Grows and Schwooby Doo hanging out with us in the live chat. What's up, fellas?
Cheers, fellas.
A couple of fellow podcasters there hanging out with us. Great to see y'all.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, to chat while you're at it. Go hit that thumbs up button for us too if you're having a great wake and bake on this beautiful Sunday with us. Thank you guys for kicking it with us. Let's see, we got 46 man in chat, so thank you guys.
I'm working on something for Gary, the aloe destroying cat.
Is it a cage to go around the aloe to keep him from getting at it?
Gary, I don't feel like Gary's like really like a thumper. So why don't you just put like a shelf up, put that shit up? I mean, you know, it can be that simple as put it out of reach.
Is that the only plant he attacked?
I haven't thought of that yet, like at all. Come on. How many different times? Oh, come on. I think that's probably.
I definitely thought.
I was thinking of like 1,700 million different ways, but this is just what's going to happen right now at this moment. So.
Is that the only plant he attacks on you, man? Or is he going after your cannabis? Just the aloe. That's so weird. My cat only goes after my spider plant.
Now, Sabretooth, he likes young vegetative leaves or somewhat matured leaves, but as soon as it goes into flower, he stays away from anything with trichomes. He doesn't like it. So he just, and if I have enough in there, it's not a big deal, but I got to watch him now when I have seedlings going and stuff like that. He hasn't done anything to a seedling, but Like I'll have a tray of seedlings and some that have just sprouted, maybe a week old, right? So, and he'll still nibble on like the week old shit, but he's not touching the fucking seedling. So he does that. I'm gonna have a taco and cat enchilada. Yum yum. Nah, I've never heard of a cat, but yeah. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird how animals enjoy it. And I mean, it's not, he stops at a certain point too. Like he'll go in there and just munch sometimes, or sometimes he'll just be sitting there looking at the tent, meowing until I open it and he's able to have a couple munches. You know what I mean? So I don't know. It's kind of cool watching that stuff, but at the same time, it could be a pain in the ass if you have one that eats them, because I've seen seedlings being eaten quite often with cats and stuff.
So wait, let me get this straight. He'll actually bitch at you to let him in the tent so we can go in there and eat your plants on you?
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
And then you do that?
Yeah. Not
So maybe you should.
I let him go in the veg tent. I
feel like this is like the kind of conversation me and my
shit that I
wife
need to
have.
go in there and clean up anyways. Fuck that. Nah.
I feel like this is like the kind of conversation me and my wife have about my cat, right? I let him get away with all kinds of dumb shit, and like we do dumb shit. She's like, "Well, why do you fucking think he acts up?" I was like, "I don't fucking know." Well, certainly it isn't because you let him do whatever the fuck he wants.
I'm an enabler like a motherfucker, man. Like that thing meows at the fucking sink until I fucking turn it on, and then he'll just look at it for a minute. That fuck, god damn, I love that son of a bitch though.
I don't know how many times I've just opened the door and I've stood in an open door with my cat, freezing my fucking kitchen out because, you know, we can't decide whether he wants to go out or not. I'm just like, well, I'll stand here until you figure it out, I guess.
And he's just standing there figuring it out with you.
What you need to do is move to a colder climate, because I'll tell you now, as soon as you open that door, that cat will figure it out right fucking now. We got our one cat, Phoebe, who she loves being outside, right? She's in and out constantly all day long. Nowadays, you open that door and she'll be sitting there thinking she wants out, but as soon as that breeze hits her, fuck that, she's fucking back under the couch, hiding, trying to warm up. It's funny. I always get a kick out of that. I'm gonna go outside and smoke a joint. I think I'm gonna take my phone with me so I can hang out with all y'all. I'll be back.
I need to get with Guerrero Grove. I think he was the one mentioning something about some art. I can't remember if anybody got back to him or not. Or am I
been a minute since we've seen him. Fucking good to see you back. What you got going on, Prophet? Hey, Prophet. You have the Prophet going. Is it still in flower, or is it have you harvested that shit yet?
Nah, man, it's still in flower. I'm only halfway through.
You're only halfway? Okay. I couldn't remember.
I don't know. I was trying to actually get one, but I am suffering from like a nose blind. Like I can't smell shit right now, man. And I had to bring my girl down and be like, does this fucking have a smell? And she was like, oh yeah, it's got a smell. And I'm like, oh, all right. That's good. But yeah, I can't smell shit right now, man.
Yeah, I got 2 morning dews from him I'm excited about. They're both doing pretty well.
I've got those fucking golden goats right now that I'm fucking loving.
Hell yeah, dude. That's one that, yeah, that's supposed to be a killer. I want to get my hands on the early, can't remember right now. I'm still not even going to try to ramble on and remember the name of that one, but, the cream. He doesn't make it anymore, but I want to get the cream because it's supposed to be a good washer.
Yeah, I should have said something. I just actually fucking gifted that to somebody else.
Hey, that hurt.
I didn't know you were looking for it, bro. Shit.
You should have known, man.
Oh, my bad. Hey, we'll get you something else. I got some other things around here that are gonna be good washers. So
I got that.
You see this thing? You see this thing right here?
What?
This thing's gonna wash like a motherfucker.
That looks like you grow mint. What is that? What you use bottled roots on that?
I don't even remember. That thing's only like what, day 40, day 30, something like that. I don't know. It's early as fuck. Look at how frosty that shit is.
I'm so excited you took that to F2. I really think something can come of that thing because it's I gave it hell, and it gave me something super nice. So, and unique. And because that was that one that you the meat, the one that you said that smelled like meat.
Yeah, dude, that shit was fire, man.
How was the high on that one?
Oh, it was beautiful, dude. I loved it. For me, it was a great daytime, dude. Like I didn't get real racy or nothing off of it, but like the referral, however you say that in my like my head, you know, was just, I mean, it was beautiful, kept me focused, man, and like I wanted to do shit, you know.
Yeah, I felt on that.
And that's when I was like real sick, man, and I actually just put me in a better mood for the day, man. You know what I mean? Like I could actually like vacuum my house, you know, per se. It was nice, man. It was funky, you know what I mean? I liked it. Yeah, me, dude, the cuvee, I'm fucking excited to see what this throws, man. I've never seen so much frost so early on any cultivars that I've ran. Or such an early onset of flower, man. I was like, holy shit, like, you know, I'm pumped, man. I can't wait, dude. So the frost that's on now, I can only imagine as it, you know, week 5, 6, 7 in the flower, it's gonna be fun. I'm hoping amazing. So
I've always been curious about the cuvee. I've always wanted to get my hand on some, smoke some, grow some. Just everything about that plant seems pretty fucking amazing. But
absolutely, man.
Never
let me know, Fluff, and you know, we'll I'm gonna keep it around for as of right now. I'm gonna, you know, I got 2 cuts right now, and then I'm gonna let those grow out a little bit bigger than normal, and so I can just take a ton of cuts off of them and then throw those in the flower room. So definitely, I'm more than happy to spread it around, man.
Yeah,
and
I'm excited
too.
Yeah, I got the beans. Shout out to 311. You know, he gave me some.
Hell yeah, man.
Cuvee a while ago, and yeah, I was super stoked when I got those because I know you can't get them and everything. So I love being able to see people's variations and everything like that. So I'm excited to see
man,
how yours is and how everybody else. Yeah. So
and huge shout out to Spartan again. I love you, brother, man. That I made it all the way from fucking Michigan, man. Like, I mean, that thing went through hell, man. It was overwatered. It had fucking spider mites on it, man. I mean, and you know, we did what we had to do. We quarantined it, man, and that thing was, you know, it took an extra month to bounce back and everybody.
What do you do to quarantine? Not to cut you off, but.
Oh, sulfur, man. What about sulfur? I'll do a full fucking dip, dude, and then about 3-4 days after that, I'll do a nice spray again. Right after, you know, the full dip, and I'll keep it in a tent, either 2x2 or.
So say it's in soil, right? You try to get all the soil off
too as well. I'll drench the soil, everything, man.
Soil
the whole fucking plant, dude. Yeah. Yep.
Because I got sulfur now, you know what I mean? Now that I'm messing with clones and stuff like that, I could potentially do some stupid shit and pass stupid shit. So
yeah, I do that, man. And then you just, for me, I feel like, you know, after that, you just rigorously got to stick to an IPM, you know, at least just a maintainable, you know, something weekly, I feel like, you know what I mean? Or at least where I am, my grow environment, etc. You know? So I've gotten comfortable, man. And I'm like, oh shit, you know, fuck, I can miss this week. You know what I mean? Like, and it's bit me in my fucking ass, man, you know? But yeah, besides that though, I've never really had, you know, anything terrible, but that was the first cut too I've ever taken from anybody, you know. So but, yeah, and then we just transplanted last night some of that meathead from caribou, so we're fucking pumped about that. What else? The Cuvée clones, 9-pound hammer. I think that's it. And a garlic stash by Dragon Flames. Garlic stash number 21.
That'll be nice.
And then we got one of hypes still in the veg tent, and then I got 2 in flower that I fucked up. I waited way too long to transplant. I didn't listen to him, man. You know, as he instructed. And you know, so they're like, you know, I want to say like 10 inches tall. They're already in flower, you know, and dude, hype, man, some of the beautifulest colors I've ever seen, man. I'm gonna have to get some pictures, even though I'm kind of embarrassed just because, you know, how small they're, like little lollipops, but I'm just, the funk that's coming off these things, the colors, man, I'm like, holy shit, dude. So the ones we popped, I was like, dude, I fucked those ones up, bro. And so we popped more. So, but I right on 8 days, I transplanted them, and they're looking good, man. So I'm excited to actually see, at their full potential what they can do, man. And then I just see from all you guys, they're just fucking beautiful, brother. So yeah, man. And then last thing is huge shout out to New Grows, man, on that. Thank you for that contest. I won those watermelon zittles, MP3, I want to say, BX1s. I believe those are the Ethos multi-pass or something like that, I want to say. So I'm fucking pumped, man, for those, dude. I hope we can find something tasty out of there. So.
Man, he's a badass dude too. So
yeah, man, I got a lot of respect and love for him, man. He's a badass dude. He beautiful pictures, man. Phenomenal grower. I mean, he's just all around good dude. And I love how much
everything, man.
Partakes in the community too, man. You know what I mean? He's always giving back, and it's just amazing to see that. So we just got to keep on growing, man. Overgrow the world.
Cheers on that. Overgrow. Shout out to Dave, bad motherfucker. These testers, man. I'm definitely going to give these a good home. I'm running a test batch on this amended soil and everything kind of that I got going. And turns out with more aeration, we're going great now. So not having any type of burns or deficiencies in early growth, which is good. I was having problems with my last run at that point. So hell yeah, I'm super stoked to run those testers that he ran my way. I think Fluff you got some of the same ones, right, Fluff?
Yeah, man, I got them fucking soaking right now.
Stoked to get those. Well, at least I'll know a little something before I pop them. But I got to do some transplanting today. I'm going to transplant this slurricane into a bud sugar, and those things are going to get flipped. Super stoked about this cut. I'm going to take some cuts beforehand because this is, a prized pheno out of a big hunt. There's that one that you got to taste, Fluff.
Which one do you?
The slurricane. You said you could.
Oh yeah, fuck yeah, man. That slurricane was fucking good, dude.
Yeah. So I'm super stoked on that. Need to get the filters ready for that one. Glad I'm moving, but that's gonna be fun to move. What the fuck? And flower.
Dave, the one that Dave sent, I think I popped the one that said like bubble gum on it. So because I was very curious about that. So I'm super stoked about that one. And then I got some Trop cookies by Papaya God from Day Neutral that I'm fucking testing out. Give him a fucking report on, see what those fuckers do. I'm super stoked for those. See what happens there.
Man.
And I got so much going on right now, but same way, man. I just
going to the future is all I'm saying. Are you stuck in the past?
Well, I mean, I've got one. I've got one. But I got one over there in the corner, and I've got a couple. Yeah, exactly. I got them in the fucking corner where they belong.
I'm just kidding. I'm just fucking off because I got them. Shout out to I Love Autos, right? Hell yeah, this guy sent me a shit ton of autos. I popped 8 or 9 of them, and of course my labeling skills are so good. I know exactly which one is which. Funny. And then one of the cups knocked over, and all the dirt went everywhere. And I was literally already running late for work, so I had to just throw it all in the cup. That's the only one that's not popped out yet, so that one will be an interesting one. But super stoked on these. I got a new light in the 2x4. Don't ask me what it is. It's a cheap Chinese knockoff of something I don't know the name of, but the specs are pretty dope. It has a dimmer, fills out the 2x4 pretty much exactly as I need. I might need a little bit of supplemental, depending how many of those autos are going to stay. I'm pretty sure all of them are feminized, so I'm not sure. I'll go through them, find out. But yeah, super stoked on these. Going to the future. I'm not buckling up. And I think I'm gonna wash it all though, depending on if I like something enough not to. I gotta start practicing my washing. I really want to get into that. I got this little guru guy on IG. I'm totally fanboying over. He makes some of the gnarliest rosin. GrowFundMe, go check him out. And He doesn't use a fucking cold room. He doesn't use a freeze dryer, and he's putting up with some of the top guys. You know what I mean? So it's pretty gnarly. So I'm excited to start watching stuff like that. Of course, I'm not getting that kind of results off the rip, but that's something I am interested in, and I wouldn't mind getting my feet wet. So into the hash game one day. But yeah, somebody say something. I'm rambling.
I know, that's why we're making it fucking really awkward and quiet, so that you just keep fucking trying to fill in that weird dead space like you are. Just random. It amuses a lot of people.
So. Doesn't stop. I got some nice orangegasm. I'm getting, I told Sequence I'd give these to him. I know somebody who really likes them, so I'm just going to ask him if it'd be okay if I could just get one or two out of here and give it to him. I don't know. He probably doesn't care. Sequence cool. He'll be like, yeah, cool. But yeah. Let's see. These Masonics. Shout out to that whole crew, man. They're badass. It was cool shooting the shit with Madam Euphoria.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man. You know, it's funny. I was just going over. I was going to bring this little seedling over to show everybody, but it's actually starting to straighten itself back out. Because the motherfucker was like, it came out of the dirt with a broke neck and then was actually starting to grow fucking with a broke ass neck. But today it's finally stood back up. And I was going to bring it over and show you. But in the same tray, there's one that is, I bet, fucking this long. It's just big. It fucking fell over. And now I don't want to move. I got to get these fuckers transplanted.
Size doesn't matter, dude.
Son of a bitch.
Doesn't matter. I got my one survived of the three from Jinx Proof. The party on from Jinx Proof survived, and that thing is like 9 times taller than everything else. So got my seatbelt buckle for that one.
Oh, wait, a Jinx Proof thing that stretched a bunch and went really big, huh? I think I might see a pattern with that. I had. Oh man, that Black Forest that I got from Adam, which is that thing right there. It just stretched and fucking stretched.
Was it purple? Dude. Was it purple from the
well,
rip?
it's purple. No,
stuff?
Not from the rip. No,
this is the only one that was purple. Only one that's purple, and man, it's purple.
This one's got that 9-pound hammer in it, man. That motherfucker. I'm thinking that's what's showing up is that 9-pound hammer, fucking. Because I've heard it's a stretcher.
That's interesting. I was mentioning to the girlfriend like months ago that 9-pound hammer was kind of on my short list of strains I want to get my hands on. And then she let it drop just a couple weeks ago that she was actually looking for it and wasn't able to find it. And I was like, well, you know, like, hey, to me, I was just happy that she was trying to find it for me. I thought that was so cool. But then that was kind of just as I was putting together that order from Ross to Jeff there. And that's how I was able to sneak the machines into that order. So it kind of worked out pretty well anyways. What are we looking at, DP?
So this was the Cado. What are the ones that start with a C? I'm not even going to try to say it. I'm too stoned.
Cotyledons.
So it's way down here at dirt level, basically. And then these were the first 2 nodes that came up with a huge stretch right in between. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not the best camera. That between my fingers, there's a huge stretch compared to, you know, something that's got barely any stretch whatsoever with. This is just how it went, you know. No, just big stretch compared to the other ones. That's all I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to do a whole demonstration or anything, but it's all good. And yeah, this one's just the purpling's been there since the beginning. I'm just stoned, man. I'm stoked on the Morning Dew, and this pre-98 in this one's exciting to me for the Party On from Jinx Proof. I've always wanted to run some of his gear. So stoked to be able to run this one.
Yep, like I said, mine's just got his 9-pound hammer in the cross. I believe on the male side is where it was. So, but man, I don't know. That thing's just fucking killing it. I love that plant right now. And the terp profile actually keeps changing like by the day. Like it was lemony the other day, and now it's not so lemony. It's almost getting I don't even know, but like some gas started coming in it. It's getting real interesting. It's getting very complex. So yeah, man, it's like every day I open that tent, it's like just more frost, more fucking smells, more weirdness happening. I fucking love it. I just wish the son of a bitch would stretch to the high heavens. Actually, one of the buds finally actually made it and fucking dinked the light. It was like, nope, I'm touching it, you fucker. You ain't gonna stop me. So I thought for sure we were out of the stretch period. Man, that motherfucker, it just kept like till it hit it. It was like, I'm doing it.
I was just messing around with this one, and I guess it just got topped. That's how things happen. People are like, hey, do you top your plants or not? Do you train? Yeah, sometimes. This one probably wouldn't have been topped if I wasn't just sitting here looking at it and shit like that. But I have 2 of them, and now it'd be cool to see what one does top and what one does on top.
That's what I grew my very first ever untopped plant. Just because it always drove me nuts. You guys want to see it? I'll get it real quick.
Of course we want to see it. It's a pot plant.
Yeah, I almost want to whip one of mine out.
Everybody's going to whip it out now. All my good stuff's upstairs where the girlfriend's sleeping, but right behind me I've got my cloner full of starting to root stuff. But here's the thing, I was like, I'm doing the running out of space game, and I don't really have a place to put a bunch of solo cups with clones in them, but I have enough space to keep my cloner going, so I've just jacked it up with nutrients, and I might just leave plants in there for foreseeable future. Let's make this big for you, Fluff. What is that? That's a bad mamma jamma.
You're on mute, stupid.
There, I unmuted myself. So yeah, man, it was kind of fun. I've never grown an untopped one, and this was just a tester, and I don't really do. I was trying out these new size little fucking nursery pots, so everything kind of worked out really good for this one, man. And I got that one big fucking beautiful glory cola going on there. So
hell yeah,
this one
man.
tried to catch
Dude, it's
up.
almost like a shocker. Chicks would dig that one.
Right? And dude, this thing is, yeah, it's a like just rubbery and fucking gassy as shit. I mean, it's hardcore rubbery gassy. Fucking, I'm loving this one.
And what is that cultivar again?
It's got a funny name. It's called Jungleberry Bunnies. This was bred by Chest Banger, Uncle Skunkle.
Okay.
I've got his Tacos Terpene titties running right now. I love his names.
Yeah, he's got some crazy names, man. And he does it, dude. I mean, look at that structure, bro. He knows what he's looking at when he fucking breeds a plant. And all the plants I've seen that come from him are very, the structures are fucking wonderful. He just hit me up the other day. I just kind of made a comment that, it's not the frostiest one in the tent, but I'm fucking enjoying the shit out of it. And he said, don't worry, this is one of those that pack it on late. So, and I think he's right, because day to day, I just see it getting frostier and frostier. So I may just run this one a little late and see what it does. It ain't taking up much room, and I'm having a lot of fun with her. So, but she's starting to get a little bit of fade to her. So.
What is that? Is that in a 2-gallon pot?
It's right at like a 2-gallon, maybe like 1.5, 2, something like that.
If you were to throw a guess at it, what kind of weight do you think you're going to pull off that?
Oh shit, I don't know, man.
He taught me to do jars. It fills X amount of jars.
Right, I don't know how many. That'll fill up a couple jars, so it'll be a couple ounces.
Okay, so that's that once again, that's all you're all organic nutrients, right? You're not using chemicals.
Nope. See, no, I that has got nothing but microbes, water. Right. There's worms in that pot. I top dressed it
in a 2-gallon
with. What's that?
In a 2-gallon.
Yeah.
Jabooza, what? Do you have to give teas like the other feeding?
No, I haven't given it many fucking teas at all. I think I've only given it like fucking 2 or 3 teas throughout its whole fucking life. It's been happy as shit. Fucking loving it. So
I run it. Yeah, I run into problems in like 3 gallons.
I top dressed her.
You've been doing this for a while.
Yeah. And I mean, I top dressed her pretty heavy right when I flipped. So, and it's fading pretty hard now. So yeah, but otherwise, I mean, it's been easy. It's been a joy. So we'll see what happens when she's all done. But I have a ton of those fucking seeds because I F2'd that fucking plant. I have a ton of those, so I'm just going to be playing with them constantly. And why not? I mean, I love that kind of old school profile that it's got, you know, that gassy, rubbery with a little bit of sweet. The cross on it is Trainwreck by Mochi. So it's got like a little bit of a gelato, a little bit of that Trainwreck. So.
Okay.
Blazing Nation grew out the Chongo terpene titties, and that was gassy. So
Dritz did too, and Dritz said it was just fucking funky gas, just gassy. Like
got 3 of those
one
going
of
right
the
now.
gases.
See, that's what I'm looking for to add to the line now is something fuely. You walk into my bedroom right now when both the tents are open and you just smell sweet fruities, right? Because that's kind of the overwhelming presence in that tent is just fruity phenos. And I was not so much by design, just I'm popping mad seeds to see what's there kind of thing. And so from seeing what's in there, like I think the one that's going to stick around is my Grape Diamonds number 1 or 2, whichever pheno, I can't recall. But it's like I need a fuel smell to throw in there. And, because I got some lemon and some citrus terps in there. And then like the Grape Diamonds and the Grape Ape are both have like a grape bubble gum kind of smell to them. And the GG4 I find has a fairly fruity smell to it as well. So we'll see maybe when those machine beans get here, maybe I'll fire up something like that because I really don't have anything too fuely in my collection to be trying to throw that way.
That does sound good. I want to see what he's doing with that lemon skunk too. But the machine and the other one that Mobius was fucking with.
The Sakas?
Yeah, Saka Souffle. Yeah, Souffle. That's just, those both sound stank in his.
Yeah, Caribou, I sent you about 50 of those of that plant I just showed you. So.
Oh yeah. Oh
yeah.
Fuck! Oh, pheno hunting we will go for sure.
Yeah, you'll have something with some gas in it for sure.
Fuck yeah.
And if you find or fuck around with it some more and want some more, I've probably got maybe close to 1,000 of them. So we can get them spread out if anybody wants.
Isn't that the great thing about fucking breeding though? Your own stuff, like one small-ish plant, right? And all of a sudden you have this huge store of seeds that you can either sit on and do nothing with or hand them out to friends or whatever and see what's there. That's like, I truly love it. And it's like, is what we were talking earlier, fluff that whole just pop it and see what happens. Let's do it. And so yeah, if there's a bunch of those kicking around, I'll make sure I get some of those over to like Hurtin Albertan too. So I'll bet you he would wouldn't mind pheno hunting that.
I just know there's so much good out there that's been hidden by.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's terpenes out there that can fix things. There's combinations of terpenes that can help other things. There's synergistic, so many things that, this plant hold, and it's, once it's truly freed, I believe a lot of other things will be, but yeah.
And you like I was saying earlier, that isn't currently the frostiest thing in there. But I smell it and I'm like, I want that. Like, that's something I want, you know what I mean? And I can guarantee you it's not going to be bad by any means. It's going to be fucking great smoke. So, I don't worry about things like that, just because it ain't frosty and it ain't the showiest or it ain't, the fucking purplest, ain't going to stop me from growing it or trying it. So, They could advertise a 12% THC and I'll still grow the motherfucker because I want to know what it's going to do to me.
Yep. That's still the funny thing to me is anytime you go to a dispensary or someone picks up weed from a dispensary, the first thing out of their mouth is the THC percentage. And I'm just like, stop fucking talking to me. Like, like gives absolutely no fucks. Well, no, that's not true. You do because you're
Just
kind of
go
curious to
next.
know it's there, but like it don't mean shit. Like
As soon as they say something
People
about
aren't
high,
educated, man. Unfortunately.
next. And next one comes up, they say start talking about high THC. Next, see how many you have to go through until you get somebody that sounds.
And that's the other thing too. I mean, even just the frostiness of some of these, plants. I've had some shit that was just white. I mean, looked like it was rolled in goddamn, powder, and it didn't hit me any harder than something I could see a damn trichome on. You know what I mean? So, yeah, they're great and beautiful, but it doesn't mean it's any better. So,
actually, it's a good case in point there. Fluff is when I was playing with my Afghani that I did a lot of breeding with early. You grow those out, and you get a big, wide variety of phenotypes in there, and most of them aren't overly coated in trichomes, but they all fucking smell wonderful, taste wonderful, and yeah, they get you high as hell when you smoke them. It's just, I think it's one of those things where you're just breeding certain stuff in and out, looking for one thing and losing this and that, and sure, like it's sex appeal when you see all that trichomes and stuff like that, but doesn't necessarily. Sometimes the hottest chick at the party has herpes. Okay, let's just put it that way.
Well, what do they say, right? We got to talking, right? They're the crazy one, right? They're the one that's going to cause you the problems.
Yep. Well, that's true. And there's because there's
just like the fucking plant, man. Sometimes the better they look, they just want to be a pain in the ass.
Yeah, I remember about a year ago I was doing my grapefruit cross pheno hunt where I popped 20-30 beans or whatever just to see what was there, and it was like you got all this huge, like, it wasn't super trichomy stuff like we were just talking about, and like just there's nothing in that whole run that really spoke to me. And then so I was just like, okay, I'll just take all this and I'll press it all into rosin. We just bought that rosin press, nothing better to do with it. And that actually made some pretty intense rosin. Like I said, it wasn't the most trichome covered stuff, so the yields weren't as amazing as they could be. And on a dab press where the yields already aren't great, but for just doing your own purposes and stuff like that, it's not like I'm trying to sell it to make a profit. I'm just to me, it was like I had a bunch of extra plants that I wasn't going to do anything with because they kind of just didn't look great. So, they didn't have that sex appeal and you want to smoke them right away and get lifted. But when you start firing up that rosin, man, there's some definitely wicked citrus terps in there. And that's the other thing is I like blending when you can blend your rosins together like that. Just smash a bunch of different plants together like that and then just mix it up. It's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I got really stoked about that. It was like when I was up there in Michigan and I grabbed some of Fagroli's dabs. I got super stoked about that. But he had a multi-watt, I think I got the jar for it anyway, called it Monster Mash. And it was literally just like a bunch of bags and stuff, fucking re-soaked, re-amended, and then come out into this, wonderful extract. That was just, I couldn't tell you what the fuck this tasted like, but, it was wonderful. I mean, so good, and the effect was, that's one of those other things, the effect is on a world of its own too, it's like hard to, so, yeah. I love that mixing of that shit too. Hell, I just I ground up a fucking whole bunch of like pretty much every damn weed that you can't see that, but basically I ground up pretty much every weed that I have, strain just together in a jar, filled it up, and I'll just dip out of that every so often, for something that's just wow, get different terp profiles and different effects, and it's everything about it's just fun. I love doing that shit.
I'm with you on that one. And it's kind of funny because mixing your weeds together is kind of a new thing to me. Normally, if I got say 4 different kinds of weed, it's okay, I want to smoke an orange gasm this time, and maybe I'll smoke a meathead cross this time, kind of thing. But a little bit here and there, because it starts with rolling tray scraps, right? Where you've rolled 3 different joints on that tray, and there's enough there to roll a big fatty. So why break up another bud? And you start throwing that in there, and you're just like, oh, I like how that works together. I've started playing around with that a little bit more.
I think that's why I want a rolling tray, because I roll so many joints, you know what I mean? And I end up wasting so much stuff by just, sweeping it off or getting stuck up underneath mats or fucking getting paint on it and all this other shit, So, yeah, definitely. I gotta get a rolling tray. I don't know where that came from. I just went.
No, I got it because I just ended up like I'd grind something up and I'd, say I'd want to smoke my Daddy Ultra. So I'd, grind some of that up, smoke it up. And then the next time I smoke something, I want some hash and got. So, but I ground up too much, Daddy Ultra. So I just threw it in that jar. And then all of a sudden I was like, oh shit, I should smoke that. A bunch of ground up weed before it, gets all dried and fucked up. And I was like, ooh, that's nice. So then I just actively started just smashing them all together. Fuck it. Yeah, and I enjoy it. So I think a lot of people do.
I do myself, man. Usually you got a jar when we're trimming or whatever, and just smaller nugs, man. I'll just throw them all in one jar. It doesn't matter where it is, what it comes from. You know what I mean? And I just like that, yeah, to get that almost that mystery smoke, that mystery smoke of the day, man. It's just the feelings and the effects you get. To me, I love it. So and then same too, yeah, I might roll up a joint, you know what I mean? There might be some extra, and then I'll roll up, I'll take out nugs of whatever, something else, and then just mix them together, man. A nice salad, dudes, real nice, man.
Right. I'm assuming like all of us pretty much keep all our trim and process all that shit, right? When I harvest my plant, every fan leaf basically just either goes back to top dress, my soil, or in a worm bin, or fan leaves are pretty much useless around my house, unless they're super, unless they're fucking tacoed out, trichomes. We're all harvesting trichomes here, right? So. But same thing, I'll keep all my trim in one big ass bag, and every once in a while it's just nice to go in that bag, fucking just take some out. It's already trimmed up, it's all together, and just roll a joint with it, and it fucking tastes great. It's just wonderful, and that's what it is. It's all that stuff mixed up. It's great.
Yeah, I mean, I like watching how one strain gives you an effect. You smoke the other strain, it gives you an effect. But when you combine both the strains in a joint, that is a completely different effect,
Yeah, it's not like you got both those effects. You got something way different happening.
Yeah. It's cool. You're like, oh, well, I'll put it in here because I just want it to taste more like this. And then you're like, oh, shit, where am I?
Right.
Those are the best ones, man. When you get up in the morning, you roll one up like that, man, and then you're like, oh shit, dude, and you just shit. Like, I knew I should have smoked that orange gasm. You know what I mean? Like,
that's usually when I end up talking with you fuckers on Discord and wandering around my house in circles. So I can't do that anymore. I got to go to work now, but that's what used to happen. And that's exactly what it is. It'd be that thing, man. I'd be just fucking, what was I doing again? I don't know. I'm gonna go talk to my friends.
Oh yeah, I love it at work. I always have podcasts on and shit. Customers, like, they'll hear it in the background, then they'll hear somebody say something. They'll be like, they talking about weed. I'm like, yeah. Then it's a great opportunity to be like, here, this is what the show's about. Check it out, like and subscribe. But once you get in chat, make sure you get out of top chat. I was in top chat for a while. It wasn't very fun. Wasn't enjoying it as much as I could have. So I went over to live chat. Way better.
Look at him fucking bringing it back, showing me up. You got a new job, son.
Gary was getting my ass. Gary was like, yo, say something, motherfucker.
All that. Gary was judging the shit out of you. He was like, you still in top chat? Man, what the fuck? He already told you once.
Hey, can I make your Crown Royal bag a tea bag?
I don't see why not.
Tired of having to strain that shit every fucking time.
Don't strain it. Just fucking dump it in.
It clogs up my sprayer.
Oh, you're spraying. That's right, because you're a fucking extreme overwater. I forgot about that.
Dude, you should have felt the bottom of that tub. It was like going to the beach. It's terrible.
Oh yeah.
I learned so much though. I really, really learned a lot just from fucking that thing up. And I learned more the run after that. Aeration is important, especially if you're reusing your own soil. You know what I mean? It's super important. And if you're using big tubs, compaction, that's a big issue to think about, because if you're going to be sitting there using it for multiple months, depending what you're using for aeration, that stuff's going to be moving around. So now you're going to have spots of fucking just,
that's a big thing, right? A lot of people, if you're recycling soil, stuff like that, those organics that are hard to break down, they get real heavy and they start compacting. And yeah, you take that soil and you re-amend it and do everything. But if you don't add enough of that aeration back in, you really are shooting yourself in the foot. That's also why I started leaving a lot of roots and things left in my soil. That way, that's just another layer of one, shit that can break down for nutrition for your plants, and two, it just helps add aeration to your soil also. Plus, it's another form of like your what is the oh fuck, I don't remember the name.
Yeah, that's
that root inoculation.
Recharge.
Yeah, well, but whatever that stuff is, actually, not recharge.
Mycorrhizae.
Mycorrhizae, thank you. Mycorrhizae, yes. Because your roots are already packed with that. So, a root comes in contact with a root, and that's how it gets fucking inoculated.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what I'm really trying to do. And I feel that this run, these tubs I've got, they're good. After I hit it with that re-amended and I hit with that barley again, I know it's light. So when I do transplant, I'm going to transplant and top dress slightly. I'm noticing that now that I should. Yeah. One of the tubs, I put a little bit more in there in one of the tubs, and that's what I got the new ones in now. And they're doing great. So now by every time everything's broke down, it'll be in right around time for it to go into flower anyway. So
definitely pay attention to this run when you start seeing. You're not going to catch deficiencies if you catch them at all. But definitely pay attention to when they are, and then make sure that you're weeks beforehand being proactive so that you don't hit into that. And that's how you're going to keep that optimized in your system for your organics.
It makes total sense. Like if you see something, oh shit, it's too late. You know what I mean? It's not like we got all this time in the world. I don't. You know what I mean? So
right. I mean, the thing is, it's deficient because it's already gone or there's not enough, and then it takes organics time to break it down. So not only have you run out long before you realized it, it's going to take a lot longer for it to get back into your system. So But yeah, that's definitely something, when you're running that, your second time usually, when you start seeing little deficiencies here and there, just make sure you figure out what stage that is so that you can, amend properly.
I've got a better understanding this time. Before it was just spray and pray type shit. Oh, well, I know a plant likes this. I know it likes this, whatever. So now it's more of just not throwing shit in there for it. Yes, having it available, but in the right concentrations to where it's not going to be competing and making bioactivity kind of like fighting itself. You know what I mean? You don't want the microbes uselessly, like pHing, for example. I don't have to pH, and I don't pH exactly, but I want it to be in somewhat of a good range. You're right, because I don't want my microbes just overworking for no reason, because who knows what's going to happen. Just coming at things from a kind of different approach, instead of doing it just to do it because I want good results, but now I want to know why. So if I want better results, or if I hear something else, I don't have to go whatever, you know what I mean? I'm able to kind of sit there and notice it myself and sit there and learn instead of just doing stuff. Booth life. I miss the dad frog.
Is Prophet gonna fucking check some seeds right now? Oh, thought he was pendulum some shit.
Oh shit.
Been all right.
Yeah,
Oh,
I just
man.
did a super skunk. So I got a female over here. And I'll be popping
Which
that
kind?
one. Super skunk. I got from Dave.
Super skunk.
Yep.
Oh, super skunk. Sweet.
And I put an order in for another LED for my flower room.
Ooh.
Did I just hear that?
Yeah, it hurt to say it, man, but
I'm
yeah.
going to church.
Wait, Prophet, one more time, but can we hear that again, please?
I put an order in for an LED for my flower room.
Thank you, sir. I just had to make sure that's what we heard.
I'll be.
Are you going to run the
HPS.
LED with your HPS?
No, I'm getting rid of the HPS.
Okay. What
Really?
size?
Yeah.
What size LED did you buy?
I'm gonna be I grabbed the same one that I have in my bedroom. I just want to throw it in there. Try to amp it up in there.
So that was like what you got like
2000.
Yeah, the 2000. So that's around 200 watts. So you're gonna be a little low on your flowering.
I know.
It's not gonna be as heavy as your HPS is right now. So you're getting more light right now with the HPS. Just to let you know.
Unless you want to scale down, you can totally scale down to where the number of lights for those plants and get amazing results. But at the scale you're at now, I definitely use, unless you want to scale down. But if you're trying to stay around the same scale and stuff like that, bulk up and get, you could definitely, I'd utilize that HPS if you want.
I'd pull.
I want to be able to slam them both in there. So I am going to get another one for my flower room. So there will be two in there. Right now, there's only one.
For the time being, then supplement with your HPS. Run that LED, but supplement with your HPS also. It's gonna be fucking. You're gonna like what happens.
I'm trying to figure out how I can even fit that in there.
Raise your. You could even do something like take and put it right off to the. You can put it right off to the side of your and point it, angle the LED in towards your plant.
I'll show you what I got
a lot of
going
people
on.
have done that one.
That would be a little tough. Like I said, the HPS takes up most of my area, man. It's a Raptor 8. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a little HPS at all.
Huge ass fucking, yeah, you got a big old fucking.
That's taking up everything. You know what I'm saying? I can't jam an LED anyway.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, the LEDs are absolutely going to be working in your advantage with it, right? So just kind of work around that until it's out of the picture completely, because as of right now, it'd be shooting yourself in the fucking foot. You'd be swearing at LEDs.
Are you able to run both your LEDs in your veg area, just run more autos and keep your HPS where it is?
I can do that.
Because I know you're starting to dig the autos and seem to be starting to do pretty well with them, man. And that way you've got the ability to pretty much build your veg and veg your plants as big as you want them, and still have your autos going and rocking on the sides right beside them, and then flipping your shit into your bloom room. Because I agree, you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot that way. But man, like you said, if autos and we got hype, like I said, official sponsor of the Caribou Heart TV here, man. He's killing it. So, and then also if there's other autos you want to try out there, Shane's been killing it. Day Neutral Preserves too. Hearing a lot of good stuff about his.
Yeah, Prophet, you're in about like what, a 5x5 with your grow area, right?
Yeah, probably 5x8. Yeah.
5x8.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, definitely you could run a lot more LED than that. But if you did that, yeah, I mean, running both your LEDs would be the better option if you can't get that LED in there with that big ass hood. I mean, personally, do you have the headroom to raise the fucking hood? Right, your pin is ceiling and your plants are fucking up in the hood.
Yep, that's why I'm looking at the LEDs and I'm like, damn, I could wipe out a lot of this.
Oh, dude, you would get so much fucking headroom when you change that fucking Raptor hood out.
Yeah.
What he's doing is he's finally tired of us telling him 30 times a day. And
hell no, he fucking hung up an LED and he saw one day what it did to his fucking veg, and he was like,
"Oh, he's got another one coming." That's how I have it.
Hey man, you can read me like a book, Fluff.
Hey, next year he's getting an R spec. He's getting something big next year. Watch.
Oh, dude, hey man, that fucking Blackwing that HLG just dropped, that thing looks sick.
Rooms out there, for real. He has capability. Right, that shit crazy.
Okay, so I need to get a bigger one for my flower room and put 2 in my veg. All right.
Ideally, yep.
Yes. We'll send you options, Prophet. Don't worry.
I need a connection to a nice flower LED.
That's what I like about the autos, though. For real. Like,
well, because they're the future.
You can put them anywhere, anytime, wherever you go. It's the future. Just saying.
Because the future is now.
The future was, is, and wherever you go will be tomorrow's future. That's 7-Eleven. Tap time.
Smoking on Indica.
You're muted. It's like, God damn it, caught by the mute button again.
Shit. Sour Bubba by Cashew Seeds. Last of it from the outdoors that we were able to save. Topped off with some keef from the trim tray, man. That's been, I mean, it's a mix of all sorts of shit. And I want to say some of it in there is like a year old almost. So.
Oh yeah, high and tight. We're good at the awkward silences, man. That's what they showed us best.
Yeah, we're good at those. On Friday night show, Rick was talking about maybe wanting to put a poll up there about people past the drug addiction issues. And the next morning, I figured out how to do that. And so far, we've got 24 votes on. It looks like a 50% ratio of people that, yes, have suffered from past addiction issues. 13% no, and 38% people fighting that battle. Just for those still fighting that battle, I just want you to know that reach out to any one of us. And on that, on that poll post, Family Farms, aka Sprocket Rages, he even threw out his email address on there, just so anybody can contact him as well. We just want you to know
they brought that up because like that's something I've been reaching out to a lot of people about and stuff like that. It's a big issue in this community, and yeah, I think it's a great opportunity to be able to do something for everybody like we do in here. So maybe we can try to get something together for people that are currently struggling, have struggled, or anything, and you know, we won't call it therapy, or we call it whatever the fuck you want to call it, but we can come on, talk about it, get some shit out, talk about what's helped us, what hasn't helped us. Things that and danger signs, things. There's so much misinformation. So yeah, we'll talk and try to get something together. And God bless everybody if you're struggling, man, because hard fucking life out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and if you want to come on like say a Friday night, like Friday night, well, I was on later than I normally am on Friday nights. Usually I pawn that shit off on Prophet to babysit everybody. But we got into a lot of these talks about past issues, and which is one of the reasons the conversation stretched out. It makes it so more enjoyable. So and we can do this every Friday if people are wanting to come on and basically talk about their issues, whatever they may be. We're all here to listen. We're all here to support. Nobody's looking down on nobody, because as we're looking at on the percentages right there, there's only 13% of the people that are watching that have never suffered from addiction issues, either in the past or currently struggling right now. So we need you to know, man, we care about you. Some of us have been through there. I'm one.
If y'all can, just shoot something down in the comment section on whether you'd like to see it weekly or bi-weekly or something like that, and maybe we can get something going, because that sounds like a really good idea. And
yeah, I'm totally.
I'd love to participate in something like that. My goal is to be able to work with prisoners and have a system set up to where while they're in there, they're learning how to grow. They're growing their own medicine. They're growing the state's medicine. They get out with money in their pocket and a place to live and a job in the cannabis community. You know what I mean? And that all stems with mental health and stuff like that. And, I've struggled a lot in the past. Currently, always whatever, you know, and it's a daily struggle and we get through it, and this community helps me greatly. So I'm 100% down for this effort. Thank you, Uncle Rick, for doing that.
Absolutely. Thank you for being here yourself, brother. You're glowing light of positivity most of the time.
Okay, twist. I'm an asshole. I don't do.
Oh, hey, we all can be. That's why. Yeah. I'm froze.
Yeah. Well, we just but I don't know. Cheers sequence. I'm about to use your marble for this dab that I desperately need right now. Pretty mug.
Does that work out for you pretty well? You gotta get them adjusted.
No, it sucks, but you know what? Whatever. It's his first one.
Man. Yeah, you get to say you got his first set.
With the specifications, like he nailed it. Miracle. You know what I mean? Like, he asked me questions and shit. I didn't know what the fuck he was talking about. I just wanted some fucking marbles and shit, right? Just being a noob at it. So, like, you know, with what the information I gave him, I fucking know. And he did a gravity marble on the middle one. So he didn't have a mold. So that's just all gravity. Yeah, it's a lot more than people think of just making shit with glass, you know what I mean? So it works great, though. With it being, I have one slurper where the neck is long enough for that long ass pillar. If that's indicative of anything, congratulations, painted lady, because that's the longest pillar I've ever seen. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go on mute and take this dab now. Cheers.
Sounds like you're about to take more than a dab.
Oh, he's taking more than dab. He just made that obvious.
Yeah. Oh, this is a great day. Thanks for hanging out, everybody.
Start the day with you fuckers.
Yeah, it's always a good time. And then I get off the show just all hell baked and almost ready for a nap, and it's like, oh shit, it's still only like 9 a.m. Like.
So we got these cheap fucking slurpers, right? That they're just, but they work so well when they work, right? And everybody's dishes are falling off, the necks are falling off. Like, they're the worst quality shit made. Is crazy, but man, paying $300-$400 for a nice slurper is fucking dent when you're living paycheck to paycheck. It's just rough, you know what I mean? And here in Illinois, man, they make it impossible to try to enjoy good medicine, you know what I mean, by that type of method, you know, wanting good dabs and stuff like that. So that's kind of the reason I want to get into that field myself anyways.
Hurry up, man. I need a source for that anyway. So hurry the fuck up.
Yes, sir.
I mean, earlier, and it doesn't even sound like you be in Illinois anymore. Blue Kiss said she's stealing you to go live with her. So
wait, what happened?
Sad. Blue Kiss, it sounded like earlier or she might have dabbed out, fucking, you know, like mentioned it. She said she was going to take you in. You were going to go live with her, and she was going to straighten your ass out.
I'll go live with her right now. Fuck for all.
Even after he banned her from the live chat, she's still going to be nice to him?
I think she's going to put him in her dungeon. I think she has a secret dungeon, and he's about to go get strapped up.
Oh, it's a crazy sex dungeon.
As crazy as life has been lately, that might be a good release. I might forget about some. Is that all you got? No, that'd be scary. I would never scream that at her. Is that all you got? Holy fuck. Do you know how many fucking objects and things would come out?
I like how you stop mid-sentence when you kind of realize what you were saying. It's like, yeah, no, I wouldn't go there.
I love her, right? So I loved her in chat. And then when I fucking met her in Lucerne, it was great. Or up at Clio, it was so fucking good. Because I'm sitting there like, we just gotten done driving a million bazillion hours and shit like that. I'm dragging the tent. I don't know who the fuck anybody is. My social anxiety is on a million. You know what I mean? So like, and then all of a sudden I hear like, DP. And then I had to tell her the story of DP just right when I meet her. And it was just like, oh, fuck. But it's so awesome because, like, she's such an amazing person. And meeting her in person was, like, what the fuck? She's such a strong, powerful woman. You know what I mean? That, yeah, she's a badass. Cheers. Love you.
I just like she's definitely like one of the leaders in chat on like for fucking just saying like awesome shit
so
and
much
fucking
wisdom.
don't give a fuck who you are, I'll tear you down, and it's fucking great.
And then she's always at the end of the joint line. Every time. She's always at the end.
That's the best. I don't know if she does that to herself or figured that one out yet.
I swear I gotta make a priority next time. I say that now, but I'll just get stoned and do what everybody else does.
Well, like I said, I mean, at one point, I mean, it was such a joke around the fucking smoke circle that I actually physically went and got one that was about to be done, took a hit, and walked it over to her. So just to fuck with her, because it happened so many times that day. It's hilarious. Yeah, which one was Luzerne? Luzerne's the camping event, right?
Clio was the big
Yeah.
Clio was the big lounge.
Yeah. Right, I went to Clio. Clio was fun. But right, Luzerne, the camping event, I was try that.
Luzerne was awesome, man. Even with all that rain and shit, man, it was a fucking time I'll never forget, man. And I can't wait to actually live out that way and go to more events like that out there, man. It was just I just love the atmosphere camping out, man. It was fucking dope.
Yeah, that was the other part. Didn't DP, didn't you tell me that Blue Kiss like hid in her tent for like half the night?
I felt so fucking bad. I felt so fucking bad because she's fucking, you know what I mean? She hasn't enjoyed shrooms in a while. She's seeing fucking all this shit about her life, and she's like, oh, fuck, I want shrooms, right? So she finally comes out of her tent later, and, like, I said something to her because I was excited to see her, and I totally freaked her out, and she had to go back in. I felt so bad. I had a Blue Kiss sighting. I was calling on Blue Kiss sighting. Love you, Blue Kiss. And your dog.
So you made it up there too to Luzerne, or did you just do Clio, Indica?
Me, no, just Luzerne, made it to Luzerne. So yeah, we went. It was like what 20-something hours I drove because I drove to Chicago first to go get DP, and then from there we went up to Luzerne. So yeah, it was a long trip, man. But it was one hell of a time, and I was blessed, and it was an honor to meet, everybody from the Michigan Bro Grow Show and form a relationship and, familyship with them and just the community there, man. It was just a lot different from what I'm used to out here. So to me, it was just freedom and, fucking just the life I want to live, man, up there out in the fucking woods, dude, nobody around, man. It's just, oh, man, I'm dying to get out there. So knock on wood, man, I stay healthy and get through what I'm going through now and, be out there in a year or so, hopefully. So.
Here the Boofers having an event. We'd love to fucking have an event when we can all afford to, get the Canadians down here.
Yeah, well, yeah, I remember me and DP were talking about that. Like, that'd be dope to just see that, man. To see Caribou Heart TV booth, man. Just like MBGS and everybody else, man. That makes it to that. That's awesome, man. I can only imagine that feeling. So.
Yeah, that's something that's so cool about their show is they are just all right there. They were all just kind of formed and founded right there. They're all by each other. We all kind of just came together online and we're spread all over. So it's not real fucking easy for all of us to get along. Or to get together anyway. But
correct.
I know every time I go anywhere, I try to fucking let any of the crew know so that I can try to meet up with anybody and everybody I can, just because it's fucking cool.
I just was noticing in the comments there, Keeper was asking when the Boofers are going to have an event. And that's hard to say that one. That's like, like here's the thing, like it's anybody that's down south of the border has my blessing to put on any kind of event if they're willing and able to put something together. I've been slowly kind of working on something up here north of the border, but it's yeah, it's with we'll just have to see, because we're pretty spread out here up in Canada. Like you got me and Rick real close together, and like Colton, Hurton, and I are close enough that we could get to each other within we're about a day's drive from each other. It's not too bad. You could do a meet halfway kind of thing. But like other than that, like everybody else is like in Ontario, which is considerably farther away, shit like that. But I think and then travel restrictions into Canada are just fucked. So that's another kind of thing you never know. But I would fucking love to be able to just pick a long weekend in the summer and give like 6 months notice or whatever, and just say we're gonna do something this weekend at this spot, and whoever's there is there, kind of thing. That'd be a hell of a lot of fun, I think. But also, that being said, Hurton and Colton, like anybody else within the BC Alberta area, if you've got any ideas for a spot where we could go and do some camping for a long weekend, and raise a little bit of hell, but not have too many fucking tourists sitting there looking at you while we do it, it would be fucking great. So start throwing suggestions out. Oh, and the shit that I was working on that I was talking about, that's actually not just like a weekend of debauchery and shit. I'm working on like a full-on growers competitions, like, and just seeing what else I can do with that. But right now, the way COVID is, there's no point in even trying to book a date for a gathering, because fucking shit'll open and close, open and close, open and close. It's just fucking stupid.
Right, that's the hard part. Like, yeah, this whole thing, it will happen one day. We're gonna get this shit together, fucking, and do it. And but right, all this stuff's got to just straighten the fuck out. Get over all this bullshit. Be done with it. And fucking, we're definitely gonna have to do something. I like the idea of the fucking Niagara, like Lucas said, Niagara would be fucking cool. Fucking, we get all the Canadians, all the Americans, just meet up there right at the fucking border on both of them. That'd be fucking neat.
That could actually be a hell of a lot of fun. That could be,
I think that's a fucking dope ass idea, man.
That might be an idea right there, guys.
I
would have to take Paul, because I think I'd want to drive that. I've never driven across Canada, and that's I think that's a little better than halfway across. So it'd be probably a couple days either side. But I've been wanting to do like a couple weeks off in the summer anyways. So that would be
I know the drive for me, man, where I live, because that's the way we took to, go. It was fucking beautiful, dude. Like beautiful. I would love to. I would take that drive anytime again, man. And I don't like driving either.
I love driving.
I know you do, man. Not me, man.
I just always love driving.
That's good. Once I get up to fucking Chicago and we start heading east, and you can start driving, I'll pick you up.
That's what Indica did. He's like, "You sure you know how to drive?" I'm like, "Hell yeah!"
Man,
like,
I don't mind driving, but it's just the traffic and just the bullshit, man. Like once we got to Michigan, the way the highway, like I think it was like 70 miles an hour out there in some of the roads. It was fucking beautiful, man. Just cruising, It's like everywhere else, man. It's like
accidents up in, didn't we?
Huh?
We were in traffic up in Michigan forever. I felt like every time we got rid of that one.
All that fucking construction, man. That's what it was.
They're trying to put a stop to. Oh, no, never mind. They're still making money. It's just corporations making money now. I was saying, it's just there's a lot of a lot of good stuff going on in Michigan that was happening within the residents. Wasn't depending on outside resources. So, cheers. And fuck the MCMA.
Mother.
Kazoo's the best. He's fucking hilarious.
Wild. And I don't know if maybe I just started seeing his posts or what, or you know, like I finally started seeing him just at the right time. But man, that guy comes up with some crazy shit. Funny as fuck.
Were you able to meet him? He's a riot, and he's just as funny in person. He's a riot. Great guy, man, and he's a good fucking guy too. That's the thing. Like, he's a good fucking guy.
He seems like he is. Yeah.
So Nelson Farbs just posted up that it's only 54 hours from where he's at to where I'm at now on the Trans-Canada Highway. That literally is cross country, I believe. So see, there you go, South Nelson. All you have to do is get yourself a team driver there, and you guys could be here basically 2 days. That's not very long at all.
I spent longer than that on a Greyhound.
Yeah. I've spent longer than that hitchhiking from town to town to try and get where I was going. But yeah, this whole Niagara thing, it's starting to sound like it could be a decent idea. I don't know, so it could be worth something putting some thought into.
Hell yeah, man. I think so.
Yeah, I might maybe old lady and I will look into getting our passports, because we were talking about doing some kind of trip to the States next summer anyways, and then just the way my year kind of fell apart when I threw my shoulder out, buggered that up earlier in the year. I just kind of gave up that thought, but you never know. That could be, just have to see how things play out. But I also need to point out that if I'm going to be driving for across just about most of the country or whatever like that, that would definitely end up being a kids in tow kind of trip, because that's the kind of stuff kids need to see. But so no smoking indoors, I guess. It have to be well ventilated areas at all times, kind of thing.
Yeah. Great hindsight. I just never, like, as much as people love California and shit, man, I don't know. There's just something about the culture of California. The whole state just irks the fuck out of me. I've never been a fan. I'm just never, not a California person, man. I don't see it. So
I've never been there.
That's why I live in the fucking Midwest, because I don't like fucking being out there. I'm more of an East Coaster, right? Fucking, I like fucking Boston. I like, going up like New York, shit like that. I love the East Coast. As far as I go west is Vegas, man. I pretty much stop there. Love Vegas, though.
Yeah, I've been to Seattle once in my life about 20 years ago, probably something like that. Or no, that'd be more than 20, probably 25 years ago. Forget that when you get older in age, everything's like 20 years ago, 20 years ago, 20 years ago for like 10 years in a row.
Washington State is pretty fucking beautiful. We did go up. I've been up to Washington State once or twice, and it was fucking gorgeous up there. I would definitely go visit Washington, that area more. Fucking love that area.
Shit, dude, come up a little bit farther north to BC. It's called beautiful British Columbia for a reason. Take you some sightseeing, some pretty cool places. It's another thing I like about my job is getting to do a bunch of traveling around the province and getting to see places that most people aren't ever going to get to see, because you're not just going like on some back roads highway that doesn't get traveled very often. You're going off like a logging road to get to the power lines off of these back road highways, kind of thing, right? And yeah, you get to see some really cool shit. Well, everybody seems to be getting quiet.
It's getting to be
Seems to
about
be
that time. I
that
think.
it's about that time, eh? Might as well shut her down and get on with her days. My kid just got up herself, so we'll spend some time with her, get her breakfast and all that. Yeah. So yeah, we shut her down. Anybody got anything they want to say before we get out of here?
Yeah, man. No, for me, man, it was just great kicking it again, dude. And cheers to chat. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, man, when you're heading out. And yeah, great to see everybody, man, and catch everybody on Tuesday. And wish everybody a blessed, positive, lifted fucking Sunday, man. Yeah, love you
Hey,
guys.
man,
Love you,
thanks
chat.
to the chat. Yeah, everybody who fucking shows up, for our shows and listens to our bullshit all the time, man. Much love to you guys. We love you all. Fucking panel, every time. It's a great Sunday. So thanks to every one of you guys as well.
Hell yeah. Cheers to that. And I'm just going to head to the future. Cheers to I Love Autos for that. I'll see you guys in the past.
All right,
Damn,
guys. Cheers, everyone. We'll see you all Tuesday night.